We're going live. We're going live.
Okay. Maybe Coco will stay. I mean, he's a cat, so he's never going to do what you want him to do, but still.
Hello out there. We're on the air. We're live.
We are on the air. Good morning, everybody.
It is the 27th day of September, 2025. It's the stretch run for the Mets and Yanks for baseball. And we're starting the show in a little unusual way because I got to show this video clip of yesterday's Mets Marlins game. Or did we have to get another Soto on the team? Wasn't one enough? Because we got Juan Soto, and then you have a pitcher named Soto. Do you know his first name? It's something about the last name that just turns you off, I think. You hear that name, and it's an great Scott, not another Soto. Here we go, yesterday's game. A key moment in the game showing, just futility of, actually, it's the pitcher and then the third base, Mauricio. Why does Mauricio play and not the other guy? Who's the other third baseman? Oh, he's hurt. Okay. Yeah, I hardly heard his name lately. Okay, here we go.
Pretty good chance to get on at the plate.
Now this is
Dave Ramirez is rounded out, line to center, and he gets jammed. And he shoots him in the shin for a big hit. Brandon Sproat is out of this.
All right, here comes the play. That got Sproat out of the game and brought in whatever his first name is, Soto.
Two-thirds, bringing the left-handed turnaround Xavier Edwards. Not Gregory Soto is there. Ramirez just took off. There's a called strike. He was looking dead red into the eyes of Gregory Soto, who just watched him gallivant to second.
Marlins playing pretty easy. They can have some fun.
Well, the key to Soto is. Wait a minute.
Gregory Soto, who just watched him gallivant to second.
Marlins playing.
That's it. So you have to have an earring. If you're wearing an earring, everything is okay. That's what counts. Not whether you're good or not. Not whether you can hold the runner on or not. But you got the earring.
Fun. They can have some fun, like they had in 07 and 08.
Then goes Ramirez. They got him picked off. No for a third. Mauricio was a city. And the pitcher's at. That's it. Yeah.
All right, and that was another run. That made it either 3-2 or that might have made it 3-2. Oh, that made it 4-2. All right, folks, I'm moving to our regular studio because I don't have Jay really good on camera. There's a little glare over there. So we're going to move back to the regular location. Yes, we got a little better over here. There's still a little glare for some reason. So that glare may be coming from the glass behind you. Yeah, you're very good on Facebook. Yes, you're good. You're good. All right, everybody. So welcome to another edition of Jay and the Jiffer, as we started with a little Met. It's not a highlight, it's a low light. And I'm with, of course, Jay is AKA Mr. Met. And what are your thoughts now? as the Reds happened to win yesterday, I believe. They're tied, but MLB no longer wants to have like one game playoffs, so they go by other tiebreakers, and the Reds have the tiebreaker.
I'll give you a little bit. I looked up a couple of things. Since June 13th, the Mets have 4.94 team ERA, which is the fourth worst in baseball. They also have the fourth worst record in baseball. So if you remember, like when they first hit that big slump in the middle of June, and you said there's plenty of time left. There was more than half a season left, which was accurate. But watching the team, as you know, like I think I know this team better than just about any Met team I followed. That's how sick it is. But there's something about a Met fan that when they're doing lousy, we pay even more attention. There's something weird in there. But anyway, I knew right away that losing streak was more than a losing streak. It was like the wheels were coming off. There was something like unusually bad about it. And it's still peculiar. So that clip was, I want to say two things about that clip. Ron Darling, right around that time, and Darling is a national broadcaster. He's not a real homer. He's not like a Rizzuto or a Murphy. He said, this is something that if you had a little league team, you'd want to pull them off the field in embarrassment. I mean, coming from Darling, that was really strong.
Yeah, he was definitely not. I mean, if anything, he was favoring the Marlins yesterday. He was really. He said something else yesterday too that, like that can't happen.
Right.
Yeah.
Yesterday, this is the Mets. This is like 1962. Twice he had a two-strike. He had a two-strike advantage on the hitter, and he hit the guy. Not once, but twice. So Howie, after the first time, Howie's like, you could hear it in his voice. He's disgusted. He goes, "This team, way too many walks, way too many wild pitches, way too many hit by batsmen, too many free men on base." He was mad, like we're all just so disgusted. We've been watching this for 3.5 months, but the team is terribly undisciplined, unmanaged, uncoached. I mean, they're not paying attention. It's like yesterday, right, with Soto, 2 stolen bases, didn't look the guy over on either one, not even the second one, but the night before, Holmes, wild pitch man on second, and it took a funny bounce. The guy wound up scoring. Holmes never bothered to cover home. We had like 4 or 5 times this season a pitcher has failed to cover first base. I mean, Beatty got picked off twice in 3 games. This is on the manager. When the whole team is playing that badly, that is on the manager. And Mendoza should be fired as soon as the Mets get eliminated.
You just took away my next question, which was good. Which was going to be, if the Mets don't make the playoffs, should Mendoza be fired? But you just answered that. All right. Now, what if they do make it? Does that save his job, or do you still want him fired? And who do you want to replace him with then?
But I want someone old school, though. I want someone who's going to hold them accountable. Because it's not, overall, it's
Joe Girardi.
You know what? I think he's too much the other direction. Because and I like him, but when he managed the Phillies, the Philly players didn't like him at all. Thompson came in, and Thompson's been great ever since. So it's a very good question.
It was last week, I think, when the Yanks were in Baltimore. because they usually have O'Neill and or David Cohn as the commentator, the analyst. They didn't have either one of them. Girardi was the analyst for the game, and he was excellent. Because I'm lukewarm on O'Neill and Cohn. It's like could take him or leave him. Girardi was actually very good, made a lot of good points, and sounded good. So that they should make him the number one guy. But mhm.
The team had a really good, they really had a lot of chemistry. They played together. They had on-field leadership. And the main criticism of Mendoza, I feel, is that he is way too far on the other end of being a player. He's just such a player's manager. I don't see any accountability. All he does is stand up there and says, yes, we're a good team. We have to do better. We have to play better. But you don't get any feeling that behind the scenes he's in anybody's face. And I think that's most of this collapse is on him and on the pitching coach who's been worthless. I mean, there's not one pitcher who's benefited from him being a pitching coach, and that's Hefner. So I think those two have to go immediately. And listen, Stearns has had a lousy season too as general manager.
Stearns is keeping, or you want to get rid of him too?
I want to get rid of him, but I don't think he'll do it right. This is his second term. No, I mean, if you look at his center field solutions were Jose Siri and Mullins. Mullins has been terrible. He's like 5 for his last 48. He's been bad in the field. I mean, why he's playing last night instead of Terry Taylor, who Terry Taylor has had a gold glove season in center field. He's been sensational in the field. I mean, I can't even believe how good he's been. And that was a Stearns pick. But Stearns had some good moves last season. He's had no good moves this season.
Well, we are where we are now. 2 games to go. Who's pitching today? Any idea?
Imagine they'll go Holmes and then Minaya. Minaya's ERA is over 6 since he came back. They did one piggyback game where he pitched 5 innings in relief of Holmes. He pitched well. They started him. He was out after 3 innings. So I mean, and tomorrow's even more of a joke because they're gonna have to wind up starting Peterson unless they do a stupid opener thing, which they might. Peterson's been a great disappointment. I mean, he has about an 80 ERA in his last 6 starts. He's blown big leads, and that's one of the things that's another mysterious thing, like you saw with last night with Sproat. They have this one bad inning disease. Sproat was going along great, right? And all of a sudden, 4 runs in the inning, and Peterson does it, and Minaya does it. They all do it.
You couldn't have done it worse if you kept Sproat in the game.
Yeah, I get that they took him out. I can't be too miserable over it, but yes, they just as well have left Sproat in the game. No, I agree.
I mean, they couldn't have done any worse. Who are you bringing in? You're not bringing in Tug McGraw or Jesse Orozco. You're bringing in a guy that can't even hold a runner on.
You really think you're going to win a game with 6 pitchers starting in the 6th inning, and you're not going to get these decent guys until the 8th inning? So you've got 2 innings that you're covering with pitchers that shouldn't be in the big leagues. But it's been a terrible. I can't ever remember a season like that where the Mets have had such high expectations and they crashed. This crash has been for over half a season. It's not just they blew a 7-game lead with 17 to play in 2007. And there've been some terrible endings, but for a prolonged terrible ending, I think this is the worst I've ever seen. And the starting pitching is the worst I've ever seen. I mean, it's been amazingly bad. I mean, even if you have like the quote unquote quality starts, I mean, if the Mets had 6 innings out of a guy and he gave up only 3 runs, you'd give him the Cy Young compared to what we've gotten. So. Yeah. That's it. Even if the Mets luck out and make the playoffs, they are going to get crushed. I mean, this is a bad team. They went from being a very good team to a bad team in the course of one season.
They will play who?
The Dodgers.
Ah, wow. That'll be a challenge. That would be a challenge. Right. Right. And so getting back to this pitching thing, because as I'm switching back and forth yesterday between Yanks and Mets, and it's good on the TV here because it's only one channel. They're right, one channel. Well, actually, the Mets were on 11 yesterday, so it wasn't one channel. But thank goodness for the button that says last channel, and you could just keep going back and forth. So Warren made one bad pitch. He let up a 3-run homer, and the Yankees were trailing. Then they retook the lead because Baltimore is so bad that you really can't. It's hard to lose to them. So they had a 6-3 lead, and Warren let up another home run, a solo. And the ball was really carrying last night anyway. And so it was 6-4. And he was taken out of the game. Taken out for Mark Leiter Jr., who is terrible. And before you know it, it's like first and second, or it was bases loaded. And they had to bring another guy in to get out of it. Yeah, they had to bring in Tim Hill to get out of it. And then it's like they got him more. It was a solo homer off of Warren. So there's nobody on. It's you got a 2-run lead. So he was pitching very well. He made one bad pitch to have this guy hit a 3-run homer. He hung, you could see it. He hung the pitch, and the guy hit it, out of the park for 3 runs. Otherwise, he was pitching very well, and he let up another home run. But yeah, to bring it, Mark Leiter Jr., he stinks. He's the son of Mark Leiter. Does Al Leiter have a son? Because maybe he'd be better.
Well, he's the nephew of Al Leiter. He's the nephew.
Yeah, but he's not. He's not anything like Al Leiter. He's terrible. I'm telling you, he is horrible. He's horrible. But I'll tell you. I'll tell you who is excellent for the Yankees is Bednar. He comes in and he never fails. I don't. Yeah. And Devin Williams, who was terrible as the closer, has been pretty good as the 8th inning guy. So I think he's found his role too. And this guy Cruz is not bad. And the other guy is Hill is the lefty. There's another guy, not Leiter. Oh, he makes me nervous too. I can't think of his name right now. Yeah, Weaver. Weaver's so, but Leiter, I'd send him out to get sodas for everybody or something. Go get the Gatorade, or go. He. Yeah. Yeah, it may be Boston. It also might be Detroit. Detroit and Boston are close. But Boston, yeah, and I think Boston beat Detroit yesterday because they're playing each other now. Yeah. Yep. Yep. Yeah, they're all bunched up right now with 2 games to go. And the Yanks are tied. Yanks are tied with Toronto for first place, but Toronto holds the tiebreaker. And Toronto is playing Tampa Bay, who they beat yesterday. So they there is no way the Yankees should win too. I'm telling you, it is so hard to lose to Baltimore. You really have to make an effort to lose to Baltimore. I yeah, I think they're gonna they might end up like I think 12-2 out of these last 14 games. They've done that. Yeah. Yeah. No, I don't, but that's the thing. What they'll do when they're playing either Cleveland or Boston or Toronto, and then the teams are the good teams. What are they going to do? Because these guys are not going to like just. But the Yanks have been not just hitting home runs. Yesterday they put together 3 singles in a row to get a run between I think Goldschmidt, he's so damn slow. He's so damn slow. He was on second base yesterday, and Bellinger singles to right. It was a ground ball single through the hole. He couldn't score. And Bellinger's been stuck on 97 RBIs now because he had like 89 a while ago. And I said, oh, he's probably going to get 100 too. And he was getting 1 RBI every game as we were going along. And all of a sudden he got to 97. And now I think the last maybe 3 games or so, he's been stuck on 97. And yeah. And it's like, hey, go. And here's another. Goldschmidt is your leadoff batter. Leading off for the Yankees is the slowest guy in the world. What? Yeah. He's leading off yesterday. Judge is batting second and Bellinger third. And then I think Stanton was hitting cleanup yesterday. And Stanton, I mean, he just connected on 2. And when he connects, it goes. He's been maybe the only guy the last couple of years. When the Yankees are getting beat in the postseason, you could point to Stanton. Stanton had a good series, but well, I like their team. They are a fun team to watch with Bellinger, with Jazz Chisholm, with I still like watching Volpe. He got a nice little hit yesterday. He was one of the 3 singles that drove in a run. What do you call it? I like Ben Rice. Ben Rice is really good, and he's been a part-time player. He plays first for Goldschmidt, and he catches for Wells sometimes. But I mean, he's got I think 24 home runs, and I can't remember the RBIs, but RBI number is good, and he's really. I probably played only half the games. So yeah. No, the pitchers are pitching well. The starters are really doing well. That was a conversation during the game last night about who's going to be the 4th guy, who might be who's going to the bullpen. Warren, Schlitter. Do you go with Schlitter? Do you go with Gill as your number 3? It's going to be an interesting, but you do need the long man. If your starter gets knocked out early in the playoffs. But Yeah, no, it should be. It should be great again. Yeah, definitely. Definitely. It'll be a 2 out of 3 if they play in the first round, but I'd rather they play in the second. The more games, the better. But yeah, it'll be exciting. It will be exciting. Okay. Yeah. Let's go to Seattle for a second. But first, we're having technical difficulty as I think your phone froze or my phone froze. Let me see what happened here. Because your it's possible. Okay. It was my phone. I clicked something, I hit a button, and you're back. You're back. You were on. You were on. You were on, but your face was on, but your lips were not moving. So now they're moving. We're working. All right. My favorite topic now. One of my favorite topics. I got a few favorite topics. Cal Raleigh. Cal Raleigh. I'd like to explain, if you could explain how you go from 1 year 27 home runs, the next year 30, the next year 34, and now you're at 60. Yeah. There is none. There is none. Yeah. Yep. Yes. Yes. Maybe. So now there was, yeah. Now, yeah, there was a stat the other day that Michael K was bringing up, and he's the first guy I heard say this. 4 players now that Judge hit 50 home runs. He's the 4th player that has hit 50 home runs 4 times in 4 separate seasons. And they put up the 4 guys on the screen. And he said only 2 of them are clean.
He said
Because the other 2 were Sosa and McGuire on the screen. And you know what I say the other one is Ruth. And you know what I say, Michael? There's only 1 clean. It's only 1 clean. Okay. He did it with hot dogs and beer, right? Oh, really? Oh my gosh. Oh my. Oh, please. Judge is on. Stanton is on. That's why Judge has these little injuries sometimes. Stanton has always an injury. I mean, please, come on. Now, this year in baseball, in Major League Baseball, we have Raleigh over 50. Schwarber. Who? Schwarber. I gotta look up his home run total from the past few years. I'm out of devices to use though, so I can't look it up now. But I'm going to look it up for the next show. Schwarber has 56 homers. Judge has 50 something now. That's one. There was a 4th guy with 50. There's another guy, and this season, and Suarez has 49. So he's about to hit 50. That would mean 5. I'm sorry, go ahead. Yes. Oh, yeah, he's on something. Oh, he's on something. that we don't even have in the U.S. You can only get it in Japan. Yeah. In fact, he might be. Yeah, he might be an android. He might be an AI robot. We don't know what he is. Yeah. Yeah. Right. And the Japanese knew about Babe Ruth too, because during World War II, they were charging us and saying, "The hell with Babe Ruth," as they were charging, as they were fighting. Anyway, so Suarez could get 50 also. That's 5 guys in one season that hit 50 in one season. How many years did it take 5 guys to hit it? Say, well, this year he had an injury. Otherwise, he'd be up with Raleigh at 60. No, it's his arm, I think, too. Was the shoulder? The shoulder? No, I don't know either. But all I know is it's very suspicious to me. That's all I know. Yep. Yeah. You would think someone would ask that question. We we gotta see if we can get what's his name on the phone, the commissioner. We gotta see if we can call I gotta call the commissioner. Next show we call the commissioner's office and ask. Yeah. Yeah. That's it. Yeah. No, I thought it was 2 years ago. Yeah. Yeah. He's off. He's off the. What did he hit? Yeah, we got to look that up. What he hit? We need a producer because that would be put up right now down over here on the screen. It'd be put up. Olsen last year he's got 17. Last year this. Yeah. Yeah. Well. Yes, that'll do it out of the goodness of his heart because this is a non-profit show, YouTube, and you should be playing the music that I put on. But we have no music today. We have no intro. I can't. Well, YouTube's not playing the music, so it's like, well, why? What am I doing music for? For our Facebook Live? Yes, and he said yes. Yeah, he said yes. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah. Well, we don't do that on this show. No, this is Yep, family. Yeah, you see what the world consists of. It's. Can you read it or you can't read it? I'm gonna turn you around. I don't know if you can see it better. Not too great. So anyway, and if you and why I like it is if you look real close, we got Maspeth on here. So that's Brooklyn. That's Brooklyn Extension. Well, yeah, no, it was. It maybe was. It was, but not now. Yeah. Well, let me. This is what I'm saying, that they're talking about putting in a new train, a new rail going from like Long Island City to Bay Ridge. That would have been great. Is one of the stops is right near that church, right there. And it would, yes, there'd be a Elliott. There was going to be a stop in Jackson Heights, and it was going to go all through and end up at 59th Street or 60th Street and 4th Avenue to connect with the R train. Now, they're talking about doing this, but it's like it's 50 years too late for me. So 55. Oh no, it's here. Let me see if I can point to it. This Myrtle Avenue, Metropolitan Avenue is right here. Here's St. John Cemetery. Where's Elliott? It's Elliott is too. Wait, is Grand? Now Elliott is small. They don't have it. The closest they have is Metropolitan and 69th Street and Metropolitan. So it's somewhere over here. Somewhere right here. That's it. They're all here. They're all here. To me, that's the and Middle Village. It's really also known as Brooklyn Extension. um, Possibly, but yeah, possibly. There's a couple of new ones that are popping up with all this new building going on. There was an address near the waterfront in Greenpoint, a building that was put up for yuppies. And I had not heard of that street before. Yeah. Yeah. Well, they still have some of that, but the yuppies like the waterfront. So from what, so, and they got plans for, I think, what do you call it? That area, where Costco is, 39th Street. Yeah, Sunset, but on the waterfront. Where like there's plans for that. And anyway, we're off topic. We're way off topic, and we're running out of time. So we're gonna sign off. We have no final song, but go ahead. Thank you for watching. Sounds good. We'll see you next time. For you and me. I gotta sign off here. End straight. Here we go. We're ending it. End that. End it there. I'm gonna end.